Hey guys, Brian from Refund Retriever, and today we're talking with Jack Howard from Payability. He's the partnerships or a partnerships associate. I'm sure you have a few of them at Payability, so he knows everything about their platform. And we're going to just speak with him real quickly and find out what Payability is and how they can help you sellers, especially. We deal with a lot of Amazon FBA and coming into the holidays. Right now we're recording, it's going to be October, but if you're looking at this, it might be some other time of the year. But especially with some of the peak season sales going on, needing cash flow and helping your business. And we're going to find out a little bit more about Payability. So Jack, tell us about yourself, about how long you've been there first before we get into what you guys do. Tell us about you.
Yeah, so Brian, thanks for the introduction, and we've been longstanding partners of yours, and it's my responsibility to help expand this partnership, help us continue to drive value to the Amazon, Walmart ecosystems. With Refund Retriever, it's with auditing and making sure that your clients are getting reimbursed. And then on our end, it's making sure that our Amazon, Walmart, Shopify sellers have access to capital in order to purchase more inventory, run effective marketing and advertising campaigns. I've been on the partnerships team for a little over a month now. We actually are a very lean team. I'm more so involved in managing existing relationships and onboarding new ones. But look, it's the holiday season, so people need packages to be audited. They need reimbursements, and we need to be providing capital to these sellers.
Yeah. So traditionally, how do Payability's customers use these funds? Because I automatically think of buying supplies and stuff. I don't think of, some of the other things that they could use the money, but what are all the different ways that they can use the funds that come from Payability?
Yeah, I think the big thing here, and this has been our flagship product since we were founded in 2014, is we founded an instant access product for any Amazon and Walmart seller or any entrepreneur that's selling on a marketplace that provides funds and sales on delayed terms. We solve for that delay in making that money available every single day instead of having to wait 2 weeks or a net 20 to receive access to the sales that they're making.
What is the typical delay like with Amazon and Walmart? Like, is there a hard and fast rule of the delay, or
That's a great question. So for Amazon, if you have been selling on the platform or marketplace rather for less than 10 years, you get paid out on your earnings every 2 weeks. So there's a pretty significant delay in which these sellers are having access to their sales, and not to mention the Amazons are taking a good healthy 20 to 30% cut of those sales off the top. So if you're looking to grow a business, it's very tough to do so if you're not having access to that capital and having the ability to continue purchasing inventory and running effective marketing and advertising.
Less than 10 years. I mean, is that the majority of Amazon sellers right these days, or?
Yeah, so all Amazon sellers that have been on the platform for less than 10 years get paid out on delayed terms. And for Walmart, to answer your question around that, it's typically anywhere from a net 14, so 2 weeks, to a net 20, sometimes upwards of 3 weeks.
Okay. So back to how can they use these funds other than, buying supplies and stuff? Like, I think you said advertising. Are there limitations on how they can use it?
No. So, one of the things that we've really seen is as a result of the growth of e-commerce, is, a lot of these savvy Amazon sellers or Walmart sellers have been looking to start completely brand new businesses and roll out new products. So, for example, a reseller might be interested in getting in on this aggregator, hype and growth and say, look, I want to, sell a white label product and sell it on Amazon so I can get a meaningful exit at some point. So we've actually, because our funding is based on pre-existing sales and overall health of the sales they're doing on your Amazon.com platform or Walmart.com platforms, we've actually had people that are doing, significant volumes on the reseller market leverage the funds and sales that they're doing there to get access to those daily payouts or a lump sum advance and use that to start a new business. Now, that's one of the very interesting things we've seen is, can I use my current sales history on one of my stores to start a new business? And the answer is yes.
Nice. So now, is this a loan, or it doesn't sound like, is Payability, is this a loan?
No, so our funding is not a loan, and there are a couple of reasons to it. One, for instant access, we're making available these earnings in advance. So what we're essentially doing is we leverage a API connection with Amazon and Walmart that allows us to see into the sales that they're making at the shipped level every single day. This allows us to use our money to make the money that they would otherwise be seeing in 2 weeks available to them now through our own capital. And we charge a flat fixed fee, typically anywhere from 0.03% for the more established seller to 2.5%. And again, this is a flat fixed fee on the gross ship sales level.
Okay. So what's the difference? You said instant access. What's the difference between the instant access and the instant advance solution you guys have?
Right. So as for access, again, we're just making available their sales earlier, and that's why it's not considered a loan on that end. For instant advance, that's a lump sum of capital on a much shorter schedule than a typical loan. What we do is we project, and again, this is through that API, anywhere from 75 to 120% of your average monthly sales we make available in lump sum.
Okay.
And again, it's a projection of future sales. So we'll buy their future receivables, make an advance anywhere from 75 to 120% of those projected sales, and then they'll pay it back as a percentage of their daily sales. So as the sales are coming in, we'll take typically anywhere between 10 to 25% to pay off the balance.
Okay. Nice. I mean, that seems pretty good.
And then the other thing I'll say, Brian, too, and this is another advantage here, is we don't pull credit. So like any other typical lender or, credit facility, we
show bank records and tax backups, everything like that. Or I guess, is it different for the different types of the instant advance versus instant access?
Correct. Yeah. So for instant advance, we can make advances up to $250,000. We are looking to expand that number. For anybody that is, looking for an advance greater than 100,000, that's when we typically request, more documentation like tax records.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So going into Q4, so what's your biggest piece of advice for our clients, looking ahead, what's coming down the road? What do you guys see, since a little bit more about this and than I do? What kind of advice do you give us?
Yeah, well, I mean, not to tease it into a piece that, you are actually doing on our blog here, and would love if you would tag that in some section of your own article. But look, with all the supply chain issues going on, it's very important for, an Amazon entrepreneur to be well ahead of the curve in regards to having, inventory purchased and their demand, and supply on target with what they're forecasting, as well as, making sure that they have, their customers in mind in regards to some of these important shipping deadlines. I think the last thing people want is, their, whatever they have ordered online to be coming in, even later than some of these, backlogs you might be hearing. I know, for an apartment in New York, it's 3 months you have to wait to get a couch. So, I think really staying on top of those shipping deadlines are very important. But for us as well, I think one of the big things is, outside of funding, is, look, if you're having trouble getting supply manufactured from somebody overseas because of the issues in the supply chain or as a result of COVID and restrictions, maybe try to get creative and find somebody local in the States who can manufacture that that exact inventory or supply for cheaper, so you're not having to reposition any of your demand forecasts.
Yeah. I saw FedEx is already, this is the very end of October when we're recording this. And on their website today or yesterday, they already put up a banner across the top that they're already hitting peak season. It's the end of October. I mean, this will be a very interesting peak season, I think. I've always, like whenever we do programming, a lot of times whenever we were first started out as a company, we knew that there was a breaking point when we would build data databases. We knew they could only get so big and so big on some of the technology that we were using back then. But it was always a cliff. Like we knew, well, if we hit the top of it, it's not going to be hitting a ceiling. We're going to go off of a cliff and it's just going to crash. And part of me is looking at FedEx and UPS, and I hope they just hit a ceiling and don't just go off of a cliff. I mean, it's going to be ridiculous. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. And I hope Amazon, did you see the thing the other day where it said like Amazon's shipping was bigger than FedEx combined? All of their shipping beat FedEx's yearly shipping.
Yep.
Like that's pretty interesting to think of how they're moving stuff around as well. So, all right. Anything you'd like to add? Oh, how do we get in touch with you guys? And I know if you're Refund Retriever, you're going to give our clients a little bonus for the sign up. So tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, for all of Brian's existing customers and, prospective customers looking at this video, we are going to be providing you all with a $250 sign-on bonus. If we were to fund, any portion of your business through instant advance or instant access, I'm going to have Brian post that exact link to follow. And it actually, I'll just read it out here. It's http //go.payability.com/refund retriever. It's a mouthful for me to say.
I'll put it up. Yeah.
But yeah, it helps offset, some of the initial costs, which, you wouldn't be able to really determine until we get a credit check free application in, which that link will take you to.
Okay, great. All right. Anything else to add?
Nope. This is, look, wish you guys nothing but the best here this holiday season and beyond. And, Brian, looking forward to many more posts and co-marketing collaborations like this going forward.
Yep. All right. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Brian.